This is your standard Verdant thermostat installation into a central AC system. What we're starting to do right now is we are going to pre-program the units with our programmer. This is the PTAC control card. This is the PTAC thermostat. This is our main product. Each of these systems are going to come with a single programmer. This is the box in the middle. It's going to have a digitized code on the front, which is going to be your system network ID. What we're going to do is we're going to plug these cables with the button facing away from you or pointing up into the PTAC card on the right. Always make sure that your red wire on your programmer is facing left and the PTAC thermostat on the left. And what you're going to do then is you're going to hit the center program button, which is this little black button on the inside here. You're going to click it and this light right here will come on steady. Now if that light is steady, your units are properly programmed. If it is anything other than that, refer to the manual and it will give you further instructions upon what to do. More than likely you will be repeating the process until the unit is properly inserted. You then unplug both units and continue with your installation. Stop. And this is the next part of the standard installation where we're installing the PTAC control card. What you're going to do is you have all these wires and you're going to match them to the terminals that are proper on the inside of every single one. Now every air conditioner is going to be different. You're going to refer to your wiring guide inside of your manuals. Every manual is going to have a wiring guide in there. It's going to tell you what all the digits on your occupancy detector exterior thermostat screw terminal right here. Everyone's going to have different letters. Y is yellow, is for the compressor. W stands for the white wire, which is going to be the heat. O is for the reversing valve. G is for your fans. Most other units will have two Gs. They will have a GL and a GH, which means fan high or fan low. R is for red, which is your 24 volts, and C is your common for your black wire. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to sit this unit in here, and we're going to start installing the units simply by inserting the wires into the screw terminals, and then we're going to screw the terminals in so that the wires are fixed. The unit has been affixed inside the air conditioner to the control card with the PTAC control card in place. When you do this, always make sure the power is off on the unit. We don't want you getting shocked trying to install the system. As you can see, all the wires have been properly affixed. There is no copper showing, no extra wiring showing. The leads are going into and are properly screwed in nice and tight so the wires will not pop out. The power switch for some units may not be directly on there. For this particular unit, it is on there. After this is all installed, you can switch on your unit. It will begin to accept the PTAC control card. The light will start to blink. One blink means that the PTAC control card is communicating with the air conditioner. When that light blinks 3 times in a row and then stops, it means it is communicating with the thermostat as well. We will now proceed to the thermostat installation. What we're doing is we're starting the thermostat installation. You simply take off the front cover by peeling it from the right side or the left side, and you insert 2C batteries into the slots down here. The first information that will come up that you need to change is the room number. The room number for this particular room happens to be 407. You take that, enter it in, 407, you hit next, and then it's going to ask you for a test. What you do is you hit the sensor, you hit TST, and it will ask you to test. Put your hand out in front of it. It'll start detecting your hand motion and the heat moving by, and it will detect you. You then hit next again. The next page is a programmer's page, and for this particular hotel installation I am changing certain numbers in here. Normally you will not have to do this. This is not for just anybody, only for the people who know exactly what these numbers mean are the ones who should be changing these numbers. Now, after you're completed with making sure that everything on this is exactly the way that it needs to be, if you do have to change these numbers, you will go to next, and then you will hit escape. That will leave you off in power off mode. You will then hit the power off button, which will turn on the air conditioning. Right now the room is currently at 80 degrees after we have finished installing the unit. The AC is just now clicked on the air conditioner. It has just performed a successful test of the communication between the thermostat and the air conditioner. The next part of this installation is simply affixing the unit to the wall. I have pre-drilled and anchored 2 anchors into the wall, leveled, making sure that the thermostat is nice and level so it is not an eyesore for a crooked unit. And simply take your screws. You can do 2 or 3. There is 3 positions. I have chosen to do 2. I have chosen very good anchors to use. If you use different kinds of anchors, I recommend you use all 3 holes. There is another hole directly above the wireless sensor. The reason also behind me not using the 3rd hole is because sometimes that sensor may become damaged. You may choose to do either which way you like. The unit is now properly affixed to the wall. What I will now do is I will put on the outer covering. Simply put it on from one side and click it over. And then you also must put 2 small screws that come with each thermostat in the pouch into the sides of the thermostat. You must screw these in so that people cannot just take off the cover and look on the underneath side at all the settings. Once this is complete, the AC system is properly installed within the room, and you can now replace all covers to the PTACs or the central air conditioner, and everything else being cleaned up, you can now exit the room and your system is installed and finished. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.